what the fuck happened to my radio show?
What the fuck happened to my radio show? What happened to my radio show? Mom and Dad are fighting again. Look out, Mom and Dad are fighting again. These fucks just can't leave each other alone. Opie staring into the fucking desert and the fucking ocean, wondering what could be and wondering what could have been. Meanwhile, Anthony, Cumia, and Jim Norton, everybody just shitting on him. That's right, they're fighting again. We've been over this for the last, I feel like every year. I feel like every year here, at some point we talk about they're fighting with each other again. I know me and JB talked about it last year, it was. Or we were talking about the epic, just these fights. I think people in radio and podcasting and YouTube are destined to just beef with each other till the end of time because everybody's like bored or something, or like everybody just fucking can't figure out what else to do, or I don't know. It's just always happening. But yeah, so they're beefing again. Part of me feels a little bit bad for Opie though, because it's like, he's just kind of self-reflecting and he's his own buddy. He's staring into the ocean. This happened today or yesterday if you're watching today. So it was January 7th. He's staring into the beach, and Cumia and Norton are just fucking tearing him apart on Compound Media. I mean, they're just fucking... Oh, boy. Listen to some of this. It's kind of funny.
He wasn't.
Actually, when Jimmy came aboard, it was Jimmy's show.
Well, yeah.
We're already halfway through this, but they've just kind of like been complaining. I mean, to be fair, Opie's rambling and talking about them again. So, now they're all going to shit on Opie. It's like a never-ending cycle.
We know he. Well, let's listen to how Jimmy ruined.
Yeah, please. I would love to hear this. Yes, how did I spoil it?
I love we're staring at a beach. We're staring at a fucking beach. Opie's like on a beach, like on drugs or something, and he's like fucking, oh, yeah. Oh, you'll hear it.
Fuck that. You got one guy ranting about blacks, then you got another guy, playing out his multiple personality disorder in front of everybody, insisting that everything has to have a character in it. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck happened to my radio show?
Oh, radio? I know.
It's my favorite part, man. What the fuck happened to my radio show?
What the fuck happened to my radio show?
Oh, what the fuck happened to my radio show?
Playing out his multiple personality disorder in front of everybody, insisting that everything has to have a character in it. And I'm sitting there going, what the fuck happened to my radio show?
Radio? I know. Why would I do characters on your radio show?
You miss me playing. You were like Mr. Amos doing characters.
I don't know why I would do characters on a radio show. What the fuck are you talking about?
Kenan Thompson is always with his multiple personality disorders.
Multiple personality disorder because you do characters on a show.
So is it
the acting ability?
Is
darling.
it you?
You didn't think that you thought you were Uncle Paul, right?
Yeah, and by the way, is it you ranting about blacks, or me? Would we do it at the same time? Would you be ranting about blacks and I'd be going, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
At least they're not blues. What the fuck are you talking about?
Conglomerated mongrel race of people.
No, it was, he felt left out.
Yeah.
He felt left out.
He got a little jelly.
And he would get jealous of guys having fun in the sandbox, and he would get resentful. And it's like, look, man, we all had our part that we played in it. We all had our part. But this fucking childish inability to accept, and not just accept responsibility in a way like, I know I did stuff. But I mean, for real, understand that you sat there fucking sulking while guys were being funny. Every fucking comedian who came in noticed it.
Everyone noticed
Every comedian noticed it. Were there times where I was a cunt? Yes, of course. And I know that in a very real way. We had very real resentment against us. It wasn't only his fault. But
what the fuck happened to my radio show?
What happened to my radio show? What a great take, man. But yeah, staring off into the beach, very interesting. But yeah, so part of me I feel a little bit bad. I mean, the guy's Opie's by himself. He's got nothing going on, There's nothing happening. You know, he's just kind of rambling to himself all the time. Sounds miserable. You know what I mean? He could use a friend on his side, you know, to be honest. And but you know, he did bring them up. But I mean, what they're watching is stuff like a hawk. You know, I don't know. So what do you do? I mean, you want to leave him alone. You want to leave him alone, but this is funny as shit. I mean, he's fucking rambling on about, you know, what happened to my radio show, like staring out at the fucking ocean. I mean, it's hilarious. So I mean, you know, I guess they got a right to comment on it. So what are you gonna do? You know, but mom and dad are fighting again, and it seems like every 6 months to a year we relive this again. And it will probably get the most views of anything any of them are doing. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest to fucking everybody here. Right? Be honest to everybody here. This will probably get more. These videos that they've done now will probably get more views. You know, it'll probably help Opie, to be honest. He needs it. Compound Media is doing okay. You know, they're doing all right. They could always be doing better. They probably want to be doing a lot better, but they're doing pretty good, I guess. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the shit. I just know how hard it is to, you know. But when you're when you have a team like they do, you know, when you were like one of the biggest radio shows in the world at some point, or in the country, or one of the biggest in the country, you know, you still, when you get fired or when you leave, you know, you're still going to be popular. And it's kind of like a band when a band breaks up, you know. If a band is signed to a major label and they sell a gold or platinum album, then a couple years later they get let go from their record label. You know, I mean, if you continue solo with no label, you know, you're still going to have a core of fans because you're just so overexposed. Just like, you know, when you have millions of listeners like Howard Stern or Opie and Anthony did, you know, you can still start some website, you know, and, you know, a lot of that following will find you eventually. They'll say, oh, wow, what happened to them? I really wish they were still on the air. Nothing's really been better since then. Or, you know, I'd like something else to listen to. Whatever happened to that person or these guys? And so you look them up, and eventually you find out they have this website, and, you know, maybe you decide, I want to pay them. I want to pay to be part of that, you know. So maybe you do, you know, I don't know. You would think with a former million listener audience, you know, that you could draw 10,000 to 20,000 people to your website. Now, I'm not saying those are the numbers. I don't think they are. I think they're lower, but, you know, because 5,000 people, man, for like $9.99. I mean, that's $50,000 a month, you know? That's a lot. I don't think they're at those numbers. I'd be, and I don't know what the numbers are. I mean, I'm just guessing. I want to guess that there's maybe 800 people. There's maybe 800 people listening to Compound. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know what the numbers are at all. It fucking could be 80, could be 8,000. I have no idea. But I wonder if it is. They don't get a ton of YouTube views. I know that. But yeah, maybe people have gone to the website. You know, I have no idea. I think a lot of people don't even know that the guy has the website. I think that's one of the biggest things. Is I don't think people understand that they have the website. I don't think in their YouTube clips they advertise it enough. I don't think they even have call to actions, to be honest. I mean, maybe they do a little bit, but I feel like they need better ones. They don't really have call to actions. It's like they put out this video bashing Opie. You know what I mean? Which, you know, he said shit about them, so now they're bashing him, having a good time, which is fine. I think it's fucking hilarious, but, you know, this is a 36-minute video. They don't release a lot of videos like this. Why wouldn't you put, you know, an ad break, your own ad breaks in? Why wouldn't you put an ad at the beginning? Listen to full episodes on, you know, .com. And then, like, every, 10 minutes, like, another reminder. And then maybe even cut some of this and then say, like, listen to the whole broadcast, like they've got more to say. Or they've got more to say, and then have cuts of the highlights of some of the things. And then, you know, the website and whatever. Like, why is there no call to action? This is fucking horrible business management. Or horrible fucking advertising. But fuck it. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like, fuck it. If you like it, you're going to join. I don't know. I just think you got to have a call to action. I think some people are going to watch this and they're just going to think like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for this beef to fucking start up again. Oh, good. We got the beef again. Yeah, we got the beef again. And I'm not talking about mama's fucking meat curtains either. I'm talking... Wow, I'm an idiot. Mama's meat curtains. What the fuck is wrong with me? Hey, yo, Drew.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you are, you fuck. Where's the clip of Drew from earlier? Listen to this. This is so gross.
Yummy.
Oh, gross. I love it. Makes me think of that. He swallowed all of my cum that night. Do you understand that? Do you know how much jizz he took down his throat gullet? You know, he probably had that fucking HPV throat cancer, and my fucking just beautiful sperm cleaned that up for him. I bet you my sperm down his throat killed all the HPV throat cancer Drew has.
Yummy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yummy.
I can taste his gayness, and I love it.
What the fuck happened to my radio show?
What the fuck happened to my radio show?
I never once blamed other people for my failures.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm bitter.
You know, they should all just attack Don Imus now that Imus is dead. Just fucking attack Imus. You know what? Attack his widow. That'd be funny.
Sometimes I'm jealous or I'm angry, but he fucking blames everybody but himself.
Everybody.
I don't blame anybody else for my own failings. And there's been a million of them. They're my fucking fault. They're because of my character flaws, my lack of ability, my sabotage. They're not anybody else's fucking fault.
Yeah.
So stop sitting there like a fucking teenager and blaming everybody for your own shit. My fucking failures are my fault.
Right.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the blame thing, the passing the blame to myself.
Crazy.
I mean, listen, I don't, you know, it does suck that, like, you know, Anthony can do, like, a show with, like, 7 guys, and they just beat the shit out of Opie on it. You know, that does suck. But it also is weird that Opie just still fucking stares out into the sunrise and bitches about this still. Are you seriously still doing this? Why are you doing this? I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I've done this stuff before. I still fucking, but I don't do it seriously. Like we still talk about JD here every once in a while. I mean, so like, I guess, like, is this hypocritical? I mean, maybe every once in a while somebody brings up Ryback and I talk about what happened, but I don't know. Is that just is everybody a fucking hypocrite? Maybe we're all fucking hypocrites. Maybe we're just all fucking talking about nothing until the end of time. I don't know. I don't know, man. But it feels like to me, I mean, I'm not making videos where I'm walking around the street in the woods making a video like, oh, you know what happened, you know, back then, and just going over it again and again. I don't feel like I do that. I feel like I make jokes about people that still don't like me, like JD or like Ryback or somebody, you know, but I don't think I sit there harping on what happened. Unless somebody asks me, like, what happened and there's a need to go over it again. You know, I mean, that does happen, I guess. But I'm not sitting here on my own. He's sitting there on his own at the beach going over this again. We were here a year ago or less. And then the year before that, and then the years before that. I mean, it's golden. Let it continue forever. I could listen to it forever for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but I could. Fucking hilarious.
Jimmy.
Some people don't like to be the straight man, even though that's their role. Do you know what I mean?
That would be, by the way, if he understood that, he was great at that.
But it takes confidence to be that.
Absolutely.
You can't look at
and
other
it's also
people
integral for the other people
getting the
dynamic.
accolades and
I
everything.
just do neither.
You could go on YouTube or a lot of other fucking social media.
This reminds me of my old guitar player, Chris. Like, everybody in the band, like, we're in a band a long time ago, and, like, we all joked around a lot. Like, we really joked around a lot. And you started noticing that, like, he didn't like the joking around, it seemed, after a while. And not only did he not like the joking around, but he just seemed to be irritated with it. You know what I mean? And, like, there was one time where we were being so silly during a practice that he, like, turned away and then kind of walked away and just, like, left. And we'd be like, dude, what the fuck's wrong? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You know, like, we'd be about to practice and we'd be pretending to, like, blow something and, like, jerk off a skeleton or something. And then we were talking about all these weird things and just being silly, you know what I mean? Kind of having a good time. And he would just get, like, irritated. And he would do the same thing that Opie did on those shows where he was like, well, I don't really care. I don't know. I'm going to feel part of this. Like, almost get depressed. Like, because, like, he didn't feel included enough. But he was never excluded. It's like, you're here with us. Like jump in and throw your jokes out there. Like, you're here, you know? And sometimes, you know, sometimes people do push people away. Sometimes, like, you don't realize that, you know, you and your buddies are bullying this guy or ganging up on him and you don't realize it. Like, you're sort of like, you're not laughing at his jokes when he says something and then you're laughing at your own and you're kind of ignoring him a bit and treating him a little bit differently, and he notices that, so then he starts backing away. So, you know, sometimes that does happen where you know, but we didn't do that at all to him, and there was no conscious effort. But after a little while, we started noticing that he was acting this way. And then that's when you start picking on him. Because that's when you're trying to include him. Like, so picking on the guy is like your way of trying to get him back into it. But it just pushed him away further. And he quit the band. He quit the fucking band. But he was so miserable that when he quit, we were like, good, you're always miserable. Like, we're all laughing and doing all these things and having a good time. And you're like Mr. fucking Sourpuss Face. So, yeah, and we kind of had a bit of a war for a couple of years in high school with that guy. Like, we didn't get along with him. He talked shit. We talked shit to him, and we had different bands then. He had a new band, and yeah, but he never was a great guy. He would go behind people's backs and do weird things. But, like, nobody else in the band would do anything like that. Everybody else in the band was just like, hey, we're having a good time. It's crazy. So I wonder if that's the same thing, you know, in this situation. This really reminds me of that. Opie really reminds me of my buddy Chris from back in the day. And, but I don't know. But I do feel bad that he's all by himself in this whole thing, and he's kind of just making these videos, and these guys are all just shitting on him. And, you know, he doesn't really, you know, I don't know. I just say maybe let him just be fucking miserable and whatever at this point. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Mom and Dad are fighting again. It's been about 8 months, 9 months since we talked about them. And here they are again. So, JB, this will make you happy, JB. And that's all I got to say about that. Corrupted Nation. Hope you guys subscribe if you're new. Welcome to all the new subs. And we have a podcast every Saturday on Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Jesus, that thing is... Somebody just died of an aneurysm. If you go to patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, you can become a patron and hear Corrupted podcast every Saturday night. Last week's episode I thought was really good. It's up right now for download. So much more, over 30 hours of bonus content on Patreon. So check out Patreon. It's my paywall. We had over 408 patrons last month, which was the most we've ever had. That was huge. Might have been 412 actually, now that I think about it. So check out patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show for more of this. Plus, Corrupted Podcast is me and Justin Bailey and my wife occasionally. And last week we had DMOON on, and that was a fun time, man. And I can't wait till this week. I hope we have DMOON on again, and I hope Leah comes on again, because that chemistry was fun. That was good. That was some refreshing shit. And that's it. I'm out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed me just sitting here laughing at Mom and Dad fighting again. Imus is dead, man.
Yummy.
We got to play the Imus is dead song to leave the show. Rest in peace, Don. Rest in peace. Seriously.
Don Imus is now dead. There's no more saying nappy heads. He's dead. Don Imus.
He's dead.
is now dead. He's in the grave and he's dead. No more nappy headed
Come on, I hit that note, man. I hit that note.
He's dead, y'all.
Oh.
The old cracker ass is dead,
Oh,